What is up, guys? Scott from 4LOWPHOTO, and today it's a beautiful day in Florida. So what I'm going to be doing is taking the doors off of this Rubicon for the first time. Done this many times before, but I figure I'll just go through it for anyone who hasn't taken off the doors and kind of show you maybe some tips or tricks, or let's just do it. Let's take the doors off of this thing. It works for JLs. I mean, it works for all of them the same, but your JL and your Gladiators have a few different things. So let's go into it and remove those doors. All right. Here's another tip a lot of people don't think about as well. First thing you want to do, put your windows down. By putting all the windows down, it allows you to reach your arm through and have something to grab onto. It also is just safer, and it just makes the whole process a lot easier. So put your windows down on all your doors that you're taking off. All right, first things first, you got to remove these if it's your first time. I personally just leave them out after that. Some people put them back in, but once you take these guys out, I'm never putting them back in. Do so by using your T50 here. These are what your door bolts look like. They're kind of like a barrel where the thread's actually inside of the door. If you're one of those people like me that can't ever throw anything out, even if you're never gonna use it, I mean, hey, Jeep has something for you on this one. So, I mean, got that up. So if you pop this guy up here, under here, Jeep actually has a storage for all your bolts. It's even labeled. So what you wanna go ahead is just pop those guys in there for safekeeping. There's that labeling I was talking about. I guess it doesn't really matter if you're just throwing bolts under a seat, but put those guys in there, good to go. And obviously repeat on this side. Those away with the other bolts. Bye, little guys. You're never gonna be seen again. This is another really helpful tip that not a lot of people think about. You want to go ahead, fold your mirrors in. This not only gives you a better spot when you're going to remove it, but then you're going to lay them flat against the door. Just makes the whole process a little bit easier. Oh, you know what's coming for you, bro. Boom. All right, so you want to start by removing this cover. It literally just pulls off. They're clips. That's going to give you access to this lever. This is the lever. If you have never done one of these in a JL or Gladiator, they are a little trickier. They're a little harder than JKs. You got to pull up on this red tab, and then flip this guy up. Most of the time when they're new, it does require the assistance of a pry bar or screwdriver, but you don't want to break anything. See, first things first, take this red tab, pull up on it. That releases the lock. Second, as I was saying, these don't really come up by hand. You don't want to damage anything. This works, but a flathead works too, and you just want to twist. Simple twist like that. Now the lever comes up, and on that action, the whole plug just pulls down. There you go. Now your door is free from the electronics. Another good reason to have that window down, since you can't do it now. Here's where things become a little bit interesting. This is my tip. If you close your door just a little bit, you can catch this stop. Now you can move this. Now you need to be careful. Now we're gonna get this bolt out of here because this is new from the JLs and the JTs. See how the door just stays there? JKs and stuff didn't have that. So we need to remove that, but then we need to make sure the door doesn't swing out and dent with the mirror or swing forward. So we're gonna take that bolt out next. Okay, again, this is where things can get a little tricky, so be careful. Take this is a T40, should come in your Jeep toolkit. I'm using this one. You wanna take your hand, place it on this door so you're holding it out of the way. Remove this bolt. What I like to do is put it right back so I don't lose it. Not that tight, but see, now your door is free flapping in the wind. What you don't want is this thing to open, and I know the JKs used to always get the classic dent right here, so you just got to be careful. But now your door is ready to be removed. Another note about these little buggers. It's not impossible, but if you were to just let this thing slam and go in there, they will jam inside of your door and they take a mighty amount of force to get out. It does help if you want to put something through. If you made that mistake, ask me how I know, like a piece of string or something through here, and you could pull the thing out. But just be careful when this guy is flapping around like this, you do run the risk of popping that back in here, and you don't want that. So with the introduction of the JL in 2018, Jeep changed the way the doors come off. They're also made of aluminum, so they're a lot lighter than the JK ones. But, so as I said, put your window down. This right here is actually a made handle. The very first time, this guy may take a little leverage where you're gonna need over here. Well, look at that. It came right off. So, as you can see, thing's not that heavy, but putting your hand through here and using this as a handle is how it was intended to by the manufacturer. And now here's where those pads, like I said, a little bit of pre-planning come into place. And now, just like that, we have our first door removed, nice and easy. Let's put this stuff back together. Very simple over here. We'll get this stuff out of the way. And like I said, you leave that up. I put that bolt back in so I don't lose it. And you simply grab this guy, pop it back on there, and you were good to go. You were doorless. If you want to be real cool, just take off the one door. Not really seen that, but sometimes if I don't have the kids around, I just take off the fronts just for the heck of it, because the doors, the rears look cool, but it's a lot more work. But yeah, if you just want to take off the front doors, be my guest, do it. Now for the rears, those are a little different. First thing that does help in here is maybe just take this seat and slide it a little bit forward. Then we're gonna come in here, similar process of taking this piece of plastic right here, guy just comes off, it's crazy. And these ones are way more simpler, but again, you're gonna have to deal with that bolt and that strap. Well, under the seat, discovered something. It looks like the dealer kit, and I thought the Jeeps no longer came with a toolkit, and it looks like literally they just left mine in the bag. And look at that, oh my God, it's my Jeep toolkit and some other things. Rear license plate. Now, on the rears, like I said, they're different than the front. All they are is this nice little tab. So when you have this out of the way, you just press this tab and pull down, and that releases that. So much easier. Look at that. Started back in, it's back out. It's back in, it's back out. Boom. Then again, lean your door forward a little bit like this, and you can get your catch off. Now it's over there, we'll deal with that bolt. Well, I guess we can put that guy back in there. So up from the top, catch those tabs, and boom. She's back in there. Again, they have the same thing over here. So when you take this out, you just want to be careful to not let that door release. Take the bolt out. I'm holding the door with my hand right here. I'm going to put the bolt back in so I don't misplace it. Same deal again. This will get popped up inside of there. So make sure I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to back up. And just like the fronts, oh, look at that. There's also a handle. Give that guy a little leverage and the door will slide right off. All right, so to give you some tips to let everyone know, so here's one that not a lot of people think of. This door has an awkward shape on the bottom. It's just due to the body panel. When you are storing your passenger doors, I've noticed it's much better to turn them upside down. Now they have a wider base to sit on. This is coming from a guy who literally dropped his JK doors because he put it there on a tree and the thing fell over. So that's my other big tip there. Set your passenger door upside down. Gives it a little bit more stability on the ground so it doesn't get down. As easy as that, the Jeep is now doorless. Look at that, great open air. Boom, boom. So doorless. And yeah, there you go. This side too, looking really good. Now, what else are we gonna do? Go do a photo shoot. Okay, so now we're ready for our first test drive doorless. But oh wait, I don't have any mirrors because they were connected to my doors. In the great state of Florida, you actually just need that guy. But it does make it a little difficult. CMM Off-Road makes this great mount. Goes right here. It's billet aluminum, it's amazing. But this is off of my 2023. They changed this depth in 2025 or 4. So 4, 5, and 6 and up. Don't use this. I just ordered another set. But in the meantime, this mirror is what actually mounts in there, and it's amazing. goes up here, but I was just like, hey, I need a mirror. I'm gonna run to the store to a test drive. I dropped the CMM mirror in my stock hinge with their thumb screw, and with the hinge mount, it actually gave me a pretty decent view. So don't suggest that. Still get this, thing's awesome, mounts it up here, but for just today running around town, that's what I'm gonna roll with. And why not make it just a little bit cooler? Enjoy everything that there is to enjoy about a Jeep and open that top up. Now we've got open air, we've got open doors, and we can enjoy this beautiful Florida weather. Back here, back here. All right, you like that? Have a good seat. Have a seat, that's a good girl. She likes no doors. Just like that, you're enjoying the open air, doorless in your Gladiator, and it is awesome. Highly suggest doing it if you've never tried. Hopefully this video can give you some tips.